Welcome to the SheerLuxe Podcast with me, Charlotte Collins. Today is a bit of a special one. We are working in partnership with a brand that is so close to all of our hearts. It's Clarins. And I've got two very special guests here to talk about a very good product. And this product is a very hardworking product. And so who better to bring in than two very hardworking ladies, the lovely Billie Bhatia and Melissa. Melissa, you've not done a podcast with us before.
No, never.
But you are the founder of Atelier 95.
Yep, correct.
People will recognise your blazer because
The blue tab.
the blue tab, but also Satna and I wear it. I was going to say on alternating days, but actually quite frequently on the same day.
I love that.
And you've also got a 3-month-old baby.
I have, baby boy.
So who better to talk about multitasking, being multifaceted than the two of you?
Perfect. Thank you so much for having us.
What a lovely intro.
You're welcome. Don't expect that next time. It's only because of Clarins. If you like what you hear today or you're watching, then please do give us a subscribe. It really does help us out. This is all about the Double Serum Foundation, which we're going to talk about later because we will have lots of good thoughts, you in particular.
Yeah.
But before we get into the nitty gritty, we've got to talk about what we're wearing. Billy?
I want to know what Melissa's wearing.
Okay, we'll start with Melissa. Okay. What are you wearing?
So I'm wearing an Atelier 95 blazer.
There you are.
Some Zara barrel leg jeans and actually a really structured shoulder pad top from ASOS.
Nice. Obviously, we need to know about all the
Oh
accessories.
yeah, sorry. My hat is COS, new in, and my boots are Mango.
And the earrings?
ASOS.
They must be light because they are big old.
Yeah, no, they
did
are.
not realise
They're
you have
very,
them.
very light ones.
Yeah, they're really nice.
So
I
just
love
thought
the
I'd have a
hat.
bit of shazazz.
Billy?
I'm in an H&M cardigan.
Stunning.
My favourite ASOS Arrange barrel leg jeans. June boots.
ASOS Arrange really coming through.
I'm loving ASOS
Oh,
Arrange.
so good.
Incredible.
So
It's
good.
so good.
These are ASOS Arrange.
I'm
These trousers.
obsessed,
Yeah, it's the
yeah.
best. I'm also wearing a really old, actually, COS jumper. And my boots are Kate.
Kate boots. Could spot them anywhere. Love them.
There we go. I just want to start by talking about being multifaceted, multitasking. We talk a lot about women doing it all.
Yeah.
What does that look like in your lives right now? Melissa, I feel like yours is pretty obvious. You probably feel like you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, look, having a baby is hard, but you choose your hard, right? So having a baby, having my own business, you kind of choose and pick your battles each day. So multitasking currently looks like changing a nappy whilst also trying to watch my favourite programme, whilst also trying to air wrap my hair, or doing skincare that was kind of non-existent for the first 8 weeks. I think anything's just a change on an adjustment that you just have to get used to. So multitasking, what it was prior to having Reed, was such as meetings, making my lunch, ensuring I went to the gym. That kind of takes a bit of a seat whilst you're being the mum and the best mum you can be, whilst also still maintaining a business and business relationship.
You sent me a message in October and I knew you were due at some point in October and we were like messaging about a coat.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry, but have you had your baby yet? And you were like, yeah, like 3 days ago. I was like, why are we speaking? Stop talking to me about coats.
Absolutely. Like my partner was like, you've actually taken a business call 3 days after giving birth. I was like, yeah, because I'm not the type of person to sit in bed.
Yeah.
Like I want to be up, I want to be active as much as I can be and crack on. Like the world doesn't stop just because we have a baby. My personal choice.
Love that attitude.
I like how
Back to the birth
realistic
story.
that was. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm, signing off like a £10 million investment while changing a nappy. Like, it was for so many women who don't feel like they're multitasking enough. It's because the
depends on the
bandwidth
demands.
is so broad and we're only given like the extreme versions of that. Whereas like, actually, that's so much more accessible, digestible, realistic that you're like multitasking in your life looks like something that other people could achieve, as opposed to like thinking just being a businesswoman and a mum is like the biggest decisions ever all the time. Because
Yeah,
you can't, like,
absolutely.
the capacity
You
is too
cannot
big.
have it all. You can't have it all, but I'm a firm believer you can have it all at different times. So I can't be the best businesswoman I can be because I'm trying to be the best mummy that I can be. And I also can't be the best mummy I can be with being the best businesswoman. They kind of have to both coincide with each other, and it's kind of figuring that out along the journey when the journey is brand new.
Do you think that is like months at a time or hours at a time? Like how does, is it that in any one day you choose to be one or the other, or is it kind of a bit more long term than
I'd
that?
probably say any one day. Like, look, if he's had a great night's sleep, I probably feel like I can take on the world. But if he's not had a great night's sleep, then I will just be staying in my pajamas, and the skincare might have to fall by the wayside because ultimately I want to be the best mum in that moment. Whereas on other days, if he's slept fantastic, I'm ready to take on the world. So I kind of just goes day to day, week to week, month to month. Like I say, I don't believe you can have it all at once, but I do believe you can have it all at different parts and times in your life.
Billy?
It's very
having it all. I know.
Oh, thank you.
Where are you right now with having it all, doing
Do
it
you know
all?
what? I think I'm like a bit self-deprecating in the multitasking arena. And I think we all fall into this habit as women of being like, oh, but you know, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I just had a meeting this morning where I had to be very prescriptive about what I do. And I kind of came out of it and thought, I actually do a lot of stuff. Like I do broadcasting, I do writing, I work with brands, I create content, I try and keep on top of my fitness, I try and like eat well and get my steps and do things. And even those smaller things like eating well and getting your steps and taking a bit of time for yourself in a day, it doesn't feel like a job, but you do have to treat it like one so that you give it the same responsibility.
Yeah, you have to schedule it in almost, right?
Totally. And so actually today I feel like I am a multitasker.
You go,
Love
girl.
that for you.
Well, perfect. You know, that aligned since you were coming here to talk about
Yeah.
that. I think the pressure conversation is so interesting because I suffered from quite bad burnout about just over a year ago, because I was trying to do it all and I was feeling so guilty that I couldn't do it all, or that I wasn't kind of coping by trying to do it all, that was almost what caused the burnout more than trying to do everything.
Yeah.
It was the sort of beating myself up that I wasn't finding it all super easy. Like it's such a female thing.
I was going to say,
right?
I don't think men feel like that in any way, shape or form.
No.
I definitely think it is women. I think we do it to ourselves as well. We're always wanting to better ourselves, right? So with that, we feel like we have to do so much more. But I think probably for me, since being a mum, is realising you can slow down sometimes. Like it's better to be a bit slower and move at a slower pace and do everything at 100% than try and do everything and give it 25%. I mean, I'm a people pleaser and I'd say yes to everything, but since being a mum, I'm actually like, no, it doesn't really align with me. I don't have time for that. My time's better spent here rather than there. I think we just kind of just sometimes have to reevaluate what our priorities are and kind of do that instead.
Can I tell you the biggest thing that made a massive difference to me was questioning the word should. Like, I should be able to do this. I should be fine with this. There's such a kind of, it's almost like built into us from day dot that we should be able to, you know, cope with things in a certain way or do it all. And especially those of us who kind of, you know, grew up in the 80s, 90s, you know, we were taught that you should be able to just handle doing everything, right?
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
It isn't. It's unrealistic.
And the biggest learning, similar to you, I experienced like a bout of burnout a few years ago. And what I realised I wasn't doing was asking for any help. I was just expecting myself to be able to deliver 100% on every single thing. And I've really learnt into that in the last year where I'm like, you know what? Actually, it is not, I can't put my time into this project right now, but I can offset that by passing that on to somebody else and just like relinquishing some control and saying that person has got my back, they can do this. Actually, my mum can help me with this, or my friend can help me with this, or my business partner can take on this while I take on this. You're kind of then vibrating at this like ridiculous frequency of trying to do it all and believing that it's a burden to ask for help. But it isn't. Like those people want to help or they're employed to help. Yeah. And it's kind of figuring out like, right, what needs to be delegated out and what is my strength and what can I focus on?
Yeah.
Only do what only you can do. That's my favourite little
I love
work.
that.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Love that.
I feel like what you're talking about is like distribution of energy, right? How you know where to put your time and energy. Melissa, how do you, with all this on your plate, how do you decide in any one day what's going to get your energy at that point?
Again, I think it really goes back to, I mean, it's just the where I am in my life right now. It depends on how my night's sleep has been. If I've been up at 4 or 5 times in the night, my energy probably is quite low the next day. So it's kind of leaning on my business partner, like you just mentioned, Billie. She's incredible. So she took such a weight off my shoulders and being like, okay, last night wasn't a good night. It helps that we're friends. We've got that good working relationship. Do you mind taking this on? I can take this on. It's kind of a stay-at-home job. I can be on my laptop when he's down for an hour. Do you mind sharing the load? And she's like, absolutely. I think having that network around you of support really allows you to kind of shift that energy and move it to what kind of suits you in that moment.
Billie, how do you decide in any given day what's going to get your energy?
I think I like approach the day a bit more selfishly than I have done previously, and not in like a malicious me way, but if I don't get outside the house and walk, I'm just not happy. So I just have to like push everything else down and make that my priority. And then at least I know I have one win in the day. Like
something for yourself.
And it's 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be like a 2-hour long hike, like 20 minutes out the door. And then I just like I just want to tick box one thing. Be like, all right, walk done.
Yeah.
Then you've achieved something.
I just would like a reward system. Actually.
I got that, but like a way lazier version. I'm like, did I watch another episode of Heated Rivalry? Yes, I did. Tick.
Small
done.
win.
Small
win.
wins. I want to talk about confidence in this context because I think so much of what we're describing is something that perhaps if we were all having this conversation in our 20s wouldn't necessarily apply. It's something that comes with age. So kind of how has your confidence evolved? Melissa, you obviously were kind of thrown into it by having a baby, right? But how has your confidence evolved so that you are kind of, I don't want to use the word again, but have the confidence to make those decisions about where your time and energy is going?
Obviously, I think in my 20s, I was such a people pleaser. Like, I wanted everyone to kind of understand me, like me. I didn't want to say no to anything or anyone for that matter. So I think confidence then was like, okay, if I'm doing everything, then I'm confident in myself because I'm actually achieving that and I'm ticking this off and I'm ticking that. I'm rushing. I think now it's more like slow my pace, really enjoy the things that I'm doing. And with that comes confidence, skill set grows, friendship grows, people who you meet provide you with something different than what you did in your 20s. So for me, I just think it's actually taking a step back, kind of what you said, being a bit more selfish, saying no to things that didn't make me grow or any of my values for that matter. And then, like you say, I think that does just come with age. I'm not as much of a people pleaser anymore whatsoever. I kind of stand on my own 2 feet.
You go, girl. Billie?
I think there was a self-assuredness in your 30s that I definitely didn't feel in my 20s.
Why is that? What, we just turned 30 and then all of a sudden it's like, no, actually, I'm not going to do that.
Well, mine
today.
didn't happen when I turned 30. Mine took a bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Did it?
A couple of years. Yeah. 33 plus, I'd say.
like-
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like I'm only kind of just stepping into it.
Me too.
And I'm 35 now. In the last year, I would say I feel more like settled in myself and what I have to offer as a person.
Yeah.
And I know that everyone harps on about doing the work, don't they? And like, what is this work business? But
We all do it though, right?
yeah,
Because I really feel like I've done the work and now I really know. So go on.
it looks so different for everybody. But I kind of had to think like, what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? How does this serve me? Am I being a good person? And I feel in a place now where I feel net positive about all of those things. And so there's a calm that comes with that. Don't get me wrong, there's still like a huge room for improvement. But base level foundation, I'm like content in what I have to offer as a person. Beyond business, beyond work, beyond anything, like Billie as a human being, I'm like, we're good. I think you're a pretty decent person.
Decent human
like
being.
this is all like building blocks from here on in. And I think that allows a level of like self-assuredness and confidence that
Yeah, love
it will
that.
be okay.
I think in your 20s, you don't sit around and think about your values in the
No,
same
you
way. And like
absolutely
everything you're describing is about your value system, right? And the things that you care about and you prioritize. And I don't know, in your 20s, you're just busy, I don't know, like snogging
Living my
boys.
best
And
life.
yeah, exactly. And crying at work and,
demons.
you know, all that shit. So too busy crying about not having a promotion.
Yeah, no, it's so true.
Yeah, I think that is, it's when you get to that point, maybe you get to a point in your career where you're like, okay, I can, and by career I mean because that's the kind of relentless hustle of everyday life. You get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm in a good place now, so maybe I can stop, look around a little bit, poke my head above the parapet, and assess who I am as a person.
Yeah, and I think you meet new friends that align with your values. Not everybody that you had in your 20s, you carry through to your 30s, right? Like, and because your values change, your network changes because you want to meet people with that align with your values.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
I think that always helps build up each other's confidence because you're creating your own new little network of people.
I think that's so true. I remember saying to my husband the other day that when I was a teenager, I remember I had a really good group of girlfriends at school. And I remember the idea of hanging out with somebody who didn't go to my school was really daunting because I was like, what would I talk to them about?
Yeah.
Like, not because I spoke about school all the time, but
Yeah,
that was
no,
because
it's so
that was
true.
your world.
Yeah.
Like, that was all you had
Yeah.
to talk about. And I love now that like I can just become friends with anyone even if we don't go to the
Don't
same
say school anymore.
Yeah.
No, that's so
Or, like,
true.
work
We're so
together.
like, these are my school friends.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's us.
Yeah.
We didn't interact with any other girls from different schools. It was literally just our one school. So yeah, I
God
completely
forbid we
get
speak
that.
to other people.
Do you know what I
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Billie, all the experience that we're talking about, how do you feel that over the course of, I don't know, 15 years or however long it is that you've been working, how has that experience made you more, or how has it changed you in your working world? You know, Melissa's talking about not being a people pleaser. For you, what has that experience given you?
I think you have to be malleable to change. I don't think you can just stick in one thing because the world changed so quickly. Like, look at what publishing looked like before COVID and look at what publishing looks like now. Like, it moves and changes so quickly. And I think you just have to trust that you've put down the groundwork to lean on people in the right way to make those decisions. And like I said, like ask for help, ask for guidance, have conversations, but equally like be open to change in yourself to make sure that you're progressing in a way where you can be confident in your decision making.
Yeah, I think what you just said, like learning to pivot is such a key point because, like you say, things change and things change quite quickly. And if you're not willing to adapt and pivot, you kind of get lost or left behind. So I think learning that and being kind of rest assured it's okay to change. Change isn't scary.
Totally.
Change is actually a learning something new. And I think as soon as you get your head set around change isn't always negative. Like people saying, oh my God, you've changed. Well, yeah, I've actually been doing the work on myself, like you previously mentioned, and setting them foundations for myself to instill that new confidence. So I think being able to pivot is key.
And also be unafraid to fail at something.
100%.
Because not everything will be a win. Not everything will be a success. Not everything will be exactly how you anticipated the outcome to be. Sometimes it'll be a total flop. Sometimes it will teach you something. And I think you have to sort of like be okay with losing as much as you're wanting to win.
Yeah, I agree.
I think being self-employed forces you into that more than if you're in the safety of a full-time job. Like for both of you, you're exposing yourself to the risks, the failures in a way a lot more than you are when, as I say, you are protected by, I'm still over here, in the shadow of my job, protected over here.
No, but I also do say that for employed people though, because employed people are only a stone throw away of losing their job. Yes, there's more security there, but I mean, if you wouldn't be, but someone was to be let go of in a job,
you never know.
Like the security there is still the same as what a self-employed person would feel. So tomorrow's not guaranteed, right?
It's true. I don't want to go messing up anytime soon. So you're right. The whole concept that we're talking about today is multitasking, and multitasking skincare is the dream. It's what we're all obsessed with right now. I want to know about habit stacking from you guys because there's a lot of skincare steps in the old routines. How are you making that easier? How are you making multitasking work for you, Billie?
Okay, this is my biggest top tip. And this is something I fail at probably every day.
I'm going to listen to this because I need all the top tips for beauty.
I underestimate how long things take all the time. And that just makes me late and makes me stressed. So actually, I've really been trying in the last few weeks to keep the wake up time to exactly the same. I appreciate that is way more difficult for you. But like, I'm allowing myself a little bit more time to make the habits feel less like hard work and more like an act of enjoyment and part of my day, because I would think that I could get out the house in an hour from a hair wash, hair dry, skin, makeup, outfit, not look abominable, and like be on time. And actually my time management is appalling. Like
I'd say that's an hour and 15. That because I used to have the same. It's an hour and 15.
Yeah. And like those 15 extra minutes in bed, they're not going to do anything because you know you've got to get up. So just get up.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been leaning into more. And actually that has made like the skincare routine in the morning so much more pleasurable because one, I can actually like see the skin get better instead of just like rush it and bounce out the door. And two, you kind of like fit in other things around it. So you do a little bit of skincare, you go and make your breakfast, you do the next bit of skincare, you put your pants on. Like I like to like
I don't want to know what you're wearing before that.
Pajamas in the shower, whatever.
Got it.
You know, I think making it like less of a okay, and now I must do my 12-step skincare routine and more. Okay, now I'm going to start my day in an enjoyable way.
Yeah.
Don't you think, especially as people who don't have children, I think about this a lot. Like, it's really easy to do exactly what you just said and kind of cram everything in. And I'm like, I don't actually have to live like this because I'm not on anyone else's time. So if I want to allow myself 2 hours to get ready in the morning, I don't, but I can. And so actually, like why would I not kind of make the most of this when all my friends are busy getting school run ready?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Have you seen that trend where it's like, I remember I have free will?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like.
I don't have free will now, guys.
Your free will is gone.
You don't have free will.
R.I.P. to your free will.
R.I.P.
Come back in 18 years.
Yeah, that whole thing is like an excellent use of free will. Or like I had adult money, so I
oh my
could
God, adult money is the best.
The
best. Melissa, habit stacking when it comes to beauty.
I'm lazy.
What? But you're also now time poor. Well, you're always a bit lazy.
I've always been lazy with skincare. I'm not going to lie about it. So anything that I can do quick or a 2-in-1 is right up my street. So like, for example, just even the foundation, the fact I've got the serum in there with the foundation, heavenly. I mean, I'm skipping out a step.
Thank you so much for the beautiful segue. I'm thrilled. Let's do it. Let's talk about the Double Serum Foundation, because this is the newbie from Clarins.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Clarins for a second? Because can I just say, I don't know about you guys, Clarins is like, my mum always used, it was like the biggest indulgent treat, Clarins. Their shower gel, I still go and buy. I've used that for like 25 years.
Nostalgic though as well, takes you back.
So nostalgic, everything's smart. It is just like the OG of really, really effective, indulgent beauty, but it just isn't wildly expensive either.
Yeah, no, I think it's tangible. It's a good price point, right?
Yeah, it really is.
The thing with Clarins, it's everyone has a touch point. Like it's
true.
very familial. In the same way that M&S, everyone's got like a favorite thing.
Yeah,
I do feel like Clarins is like, it's for the people, and it's made in a very like effective way.
Yeah. So let's talk about the new foundation. This is the Double Serum Foundation. I'm going to let you actually lead the charge on this, because you are an expert on this foundation, having spent quite a lot of time with the brand.
It is so good.
You
and
love
also
it.
modelling it, right?
Yes, I currently am wearing N5W.
Your skin genuinely, I've been thinking this whole time that it's at her, it looks so glowy and amazing.
Thank you so much.
It's this.
I say thank you like
Clarins.
I did anything.
Your skin looks unreal.
It does.
You own
Thank
that.
you. It's had a hefty hand of Clarins Double Serum Foundation. So I have used Double Serum for years and years and years. It's my absolute favorite Clarins product, because it just works. Like it says what it says. It's going to get into your skin. It's going to plump. It's going to hydrate. It's anti-aging. It helps with fine lines. And all of that is jam-packed into this product. And this is like for anyone who lives a busy life or just a non-busy life, it absolutely stays.
Yeah.
I put this on during my very peaceful get ready this morning.
In between putting your pants on.
In between my pants, brush my teeth.
Between her omelette and her pants.
I'm really giving off chaos. Like I promise it's actually a bit more ordered than that.
I just have this picture of you making your breakfast without knickers on, and I didn't need that.
No.
I didn't.
I'm like a very head to toe clothed bedtime
Understood.
person. Yeah. It's long lasting. It stays. It has all the skincare benefits. It is brilliant.
Amazing.
And I've had non-stop compliments on my skin because I've not stopped using it since I got it.
So with the serum and the foundation, what's the benefit? Obviously for me, being lazy, I'm like, it's great, I'm doing 2 steps in one. But what's the benefit of the serum with the foundation? Is it just because it will sit longer? Do you still need a primer? Like,
I guess any product that has like a skin focus is that it continues to like actively work on your skin throughout the day alongside the complexion product. A lot of foundations and a lot of products, they oxidize throughout the day, so they get darker, they get a little bit heavier, they just don't have that like consistent glow with it. But because this is working in tandem with the serum, it just continually gives a glow.
Yeah.
There are also 14 active ingredients, we should say, in the serum, which is what makes it an effective serum. But that means that then because also I'm the same in the morning, I'm literally just like SPF moisturizer go. So this is a way of getting in all the other ingredients. All the extras, exactly. We should say also 37 shades, which we learnt, which I learnt the hard way when I tried to wear shades darker than both of you. Like, really? Are we sure? Yeah. Are we sure it's not my colour? I've gone for M4W. And should we show the people how we do it?
I think everyone's gone for something different, haven't they, as well? Like,
I think mine's in the medium category, yours is dark.
Category, yeah.
What I love is that it's one pump and basically both come out, don't they?
Yeah.
We should also give a little shout out to the brush.
Yeah, you said the brush is incredible.
Have you tried the brush?
The brush I'm obsessed with.
Look at the shape.
Angle.
That for your little for this.
Contour.
That's more shaped than this is on me. Yeah. Look at that. Actually, the coverage is genuinely so amazing. Given that,
and you can go from like a medium coverage to a full coverage based on like the twist at the top.
Exactly. So it dispenses like a small amount or a large amount. To be honest, start small, build it. If you want more, build more.
I'm sorry. Look at that wild coverage.
No, it's stunning.
That is amazing.
That is really good.
And you did say the brush to apply was incredible.
I love the brush. It's because it's so dense. So it kind of just works with the product to really get into your skin, as opposed to like the hours that you could spend with a fluffier brush, just like trying to get into skin. Whereas I find more of a buffing technique as opposed to a dragging technique helps it really bed into your skin.
I'm loving all these tips.
A makeup artist I love on TikTok was reminding me, and I know I don't do this and I must do this, to apply your foundation to the back of your hand and then apply it to your face and not directly onto the brush.
To be fair, I am applied to my hand first and then pop it on the face.
God,
there you go. It must be better at
it's
that.
probably the only thing that I'm probably good at with the skincare routine.
Your skin's
gorgeous.
unreal. That's annoying.
Guys, thank you so much.
What does good skincare these days look like to both of you?
Do you know what I've really got into? Because like I say, I am really lazy and I'm always in a rush. So I'm never not in a rush. Even I can't blame it on the baby. I'm always in a rush. The LED mask. I don't know how good they are, but I mean, I've been seeing it all over TikTok and I'm one to jump on a trend. So even just scheduling that in for like 9 minutes because it's on one cycle in the evening has been a bit of a game changer for me. Breastfeeding, you can't have Botox, unfortunately. So LED mask is winning.
Do you do that whilst breastfeeding?
Yeah.
That is the unbelievable. That's the headline.
Not while breastfeeding him because he'll be like, what the hell? But while I'm expressing. I'll have my expressing in and then I'll put the LED.
That is the multitasking we are talking about. I wish I did anything so clever.
Being a woman is hard work.
Being a woman is so undignified.
Yeah,
it's unreal. What's a good skin day for you?
I think it's a confidence to leave the house with or without makeup.
Yes.
And I would say a couple of years ago, I definitely didn't have the confidence to do that in like a happy, positive way. Like I would do it because I was lazy. But now I really enjoy how my skin looks without makeup as much as I enjoy it with makeup. And that has come from sticking to a routine, being consistent with product, taking the time to like...
invest in your skin almost.
Invest in my skin. And then you kind of reap the rewards of feeling quite free about how you move through the world.
Yeah. I want to ask you both about innovation, Melissa, from a brand perspective and Billie from a beauty perspective. I mean, innovation, we are seeing brands evolve all the time at the moment. Is that what people are looking for?
Yes. I think people are looking for innovation to make their lives easier.
Yeah.
That is the crux of all of it. Look, everybody knows our attention span is 0.2 seconds currently. And we need things to facilitate our lives because they are moving at a faster pace than they've ever moved before. So where there is a product that has considered what people need now in an innovative way, I'm all for it. More of it.
Melissa, do you feel, I mean, you're obviously having to innovate all the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like you've just said, we are in such a fast-paced environment and everybody's also looking for the next best thing. And we're also a lot more aware now. Like back in the day, we didn't know what things had in it, what ingredients it was, but we've got so much visibility. The innovation just continues as the product gets better. So I'm all here for innovation. Like I said before, change to me is a positive. So as much as we can innovate, then bring it on, and I'm the first to try it.
I'm sorry, side note, I just keep getting a whiff of this. It smells so
good. It does smell delicious.
That's nice. That smells better than most foundations, doesn't it?
You know, they also do a really
face
great
smells
setting
like?
spray.
Oh, do they?
Clarins.
Good to know.
And I do think that works very well with that.
With
in
foundation.
tandem. Yeah, love. Feeling your best.
Yeah.
What does feeling your best look like for you nowadays?
I mean, going back to like what you said before, if you do invest in a good skincare routine and going out with no makeup on, never would I have ever done that years ago. I mean, I don't have the best skincare routine, but I'm still a lot more confident to leave the house with zero makeup on. And again, I think that does come with age. So when you feel good and you look good, you present differently to the world. As long as you feel good, you'll exude that to everybody else.
Billie?
I think feeling your best for me often is hinged to who I'm with and who I'm around.
Nice.
And like the energy that I get from other people. And I'm learning to find that energy in myself to like enjoy my own company and feel my best in that environment too. But I do think it is like, for me, really important to feel my best with people that I love. Like I'm just extrovert like that. I need the energy.
That is proper extrovert stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting hearing you, Melissa, talk about it being about not wearing makeup or having the confidence not to do that, because actually I feel like the older I get, the more effort I make has a direct correlation to how I feel about myself. And you know, I think there's such an assumption that women who are into the way they look and makeup and fashion and all of those things are doing it for superficial reasons, but actually, you know, we know the power of what all of that can do for your own self-esteem and your own confidence. Absolutely. And how you present in the world, right?
100%. I couldn't agree more with that. I think if you look good, you feel good, you exude that confidence, and that's what we're all about, right?
Yeah.
It's doing it for yourself. It's building yourself up, not anybody else. And I think that's a misconception quite often.
And I would say to that point, my productivity when I am dressed nicely and have done good skincare and makeup. Oh my God. I
can take on the world.
I do 20 times more things I do when I sit at home and my dog is in my hair on my head.
It's putting on foundation, it's putting on shoes.
Yeah,
those
let's
things.
go.
Yeah. If I'm in slippers, we're screwed. That's it. Ladies, we could talk about this all day. Let's just do a final bit of love for this mega foundation because we're all obsessed. You in particular. You in particular. Could I just say, you've been wearing it for how many hours now? What time is it? Like 3. So you've been wearing it for like 7-8 hours?
Yeah, incredible.
Look at her skin, everybody. 8 hours
Glowy.
later. Love it. Okay, I'm going to give you the hard facts. The skincare benefits of the new Double Serum Foundation are that it improves bare skin glow over time. Truth. Helps reduce the look of fine lines. You didn't have them anyway. And keeps skin hydrated and comfortable.
Stunning.
Who doesn't want
days.
that?
Who
Exactly.
doesn't want that? Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
A joy to get your multitasking tips.
Yay.
We should do like a revisit this in like a year and see how everyone's getting on with
see how it's
their,
changed.
with their targeting. Exactly. Thank you so much to Clarins. You can shop the Double Serum Foundation from the link in the show notes. Thank you for listening as well. Please do let us know any comments you might have. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.